And welcome to our latest installment of the Birth of the Bolt series. Today we have part 11, December of 1993. And right now, the Tampa Bay Lightning in our second year are 7-16-1. We played the first 5 games of November. In our last episode, we got a couple of wins for you, 2-1 over Boston and 3-1 over Washington. In the remaining games of November, Tampa Bay beat Dallas 3-0 and just beat in the last game of the month Philadelphia 3-2 to end out a home and home. But they lost all the rest of the games. We are now 7-16-1, and we are only in the overall standings, when you total up all the divisions, out of one team, and that is Anaheim. I did try to make a trade in the last part of the month. I traded for Wayne Gretzky. I traded my first, second, third, fourth picks for Gretzky. Actually, I think it was the first, second, fourth, and eighth picks for Gretzky. And as the Kings should have done, they said no effing way, even though I also added to the trade Brian Bradley, who is my best center. But it was more of a test of the AI than anything else. So we're going to play the first 5 games, time permitting. We'll try to keep this to about an hour, hour 15. And we're going to start with a home game against Buffalo, and then we head to the West Coast. So it is Buffalo coming to town. We will continue. At the lines, as you can see, the face gens of the players are all screwed up again. Dominic Hasek and John Casey in goal. McGillney is the best player Buffalo has. 14 goals, 20 assists, 34 points. And Brian Bradley has 7 goals, 6 assists, and 13 points, and was way behind in the old plus-minus. And right now, we will drop the puck. We're going back to the 2D way of playing the games. And we'll see what happens between Tampa Bay and Buffalo. Dave Andreychuk picks up 2 minutes for interference. Andreychuk in real life would go on and play for Tampa Bay. Buffalo penalty killing 83%. Tampa Bay's power play 11%. And I start the game with a frog in my throat, so if you hear me go off mic for a little bit from time to time, I apologize. OOTP 22 coming out tomorrow as I record this, the recording date being March 22nd, 2021. And we'll try to intersperse some of that onto the channel during the course of the week. Grand Slam Wrestling, we're going to do Grapple Fest later on in the week for those of you who've been following that. So we only have 2 active projects at the present time, but that's going to change very quickly. We'll have OOTP 22 stuff for you in the next couple of weeks. Maybe sooner. Probably, I should say the next few days. Dave Andreychuk picking up another penalty as the power play for Tampa Bay. The percentage is now dropped to 10. Maybe Dave Andreychuk I should go after. Since he's going to play for the Lightning anyway, might as well just pick him up now. As we are halfway through the first period, shots, Tampa Bay is dominating that category. 9 shots to 1 right now. Beg your pardon, folks. Under 7 minutes to go. Been watching some Netflix as of late. I've been watching that one series that, since I do GSW, I was watching the episodes of Glow. Not Glow, the actual series in the 80s and 90s, but the comedy drama kind of based off of it, with Alison Brie and Betty Gilpin. It's been good. Been 2 seasons in. Looking forward to watching the 3rd. And we have a scoring opportunity here. And computer going through the play-by-play. Will it be a Buffalo 1-0 lead? It will be. And only their second shot. Brad May. Mayday. Mayday. Donald Adlet and Ramo Helmanen on the assists. And it's 1-0 Buffalo despite a 3-9 shot disadvantage. Under a minute in the first. And there's the horn. We go to the second period, a 1-0 Buffalo Sabre lead. And we have roughing against Ken Hodge. Buffalo's power play exceptional, 23%. Tampa Bay's penalty killing not too bad at 81. That probably has kept them in a lot of games, but we still got a long way to go in terms of becoming one of the better NHL teams. But in real life, it took Tampa Bay to the fourth season to make the playoffs. They finally made the playoffs in 95-96. And I was telling the story of I was living in Marietta, Georgia at the time that happened. Six minutes gone by. Good hard-hitting game. Now, can Tampa Bay equalize? Or will Buffalo pull ahead by 2? And it's Buffalo pulling ahead by 2 with Helmanen getting the goal from May and Holder. And shots are only 9-5 at this point, 9-6, going up incrementally as you see in the upper center portion of your screen. And Kenny Johnson, 2 minutes for high sticking, so the Buffalo on the power play, and they're looking for more scores. In the world of sports, Elgin Baylor passing away within the past 24 hours. He held the single-game playoff record, and it's 3-0 Buffalo, as I tell you about that. Alex Mogilny, Howard, Chuck, and Bodger on the assists, and this one getting away from the Lightning rather quickly. Elgin Baylor had the single-game scoring record in playoff history, and that was shattered in the 80s. Well, not shattered by 2 points. Michael Jordan did better in that 86 game with the Celtics, back before Chicago really had the team that would win world championships of their own. Richard Crum, 2 minutes for roughing, and again, Tampa Bay will go shorthanded. The college basketball tournament going on as we speak on a Monday, which is highly unusual. Usually the first weekend ends on a Sunday, but the way things have been set up, they have contracted the schedule a little bit. Bill Holder for slashing, so now Tampa Bay goes on a power play, and they need a goal desperately here with a man advantage. Shots are even at 11. Now, can the Lightning get a goal? We wonder. Shots are even at 11-11, and there it is. Bradley with Uritsky assisting, and it is 3-1. And Buffalo quickly goes right back on the power play. My goodness, Bergquist tripping at 15:55 into the second. The spring training in major leagues going on in Florida and Arizona. We should be, we're a little over a week from the real regular season of 2021 getting ready to start. And as I said, during the week we'll do a little OOTP, we'll do the unboxing, and we'll get Perfect Team all set up for a brand new year. Final seconds of the second period, I should say, and it's 3-1 in favor of Buffalo. Shots are now 16-12. This is what I like about the 2D setting, is you can see what the shots are. We go to the third period, and it's Rob Ramage, Tampa Bay, just giving away too many penalties here, and Buffalo will go on the power play yet again. As we are moving right along in this game. Try to go at least an hour for it with you. And if we have time for a sixth game, we play it. Under 15 now left third period, still 3-1. So you get to finally hear me call a baseball game sometime during this week. As we'll do a game just to show you how good OOTP 22 is doing. One of my favorite teams growing up was the '86 Mets, so I'm thinking they will be one of the teams that I will pick. Roughing against Adam Creighton again. Tampa Bay just killing themselves with all the shorthanded situations that they have gotten themselves in. That's why they're trailing 3-1. One might suspect. And we have a scoring situation here. Let's see who gets it. It is Brad May, assisted by Bill Halder and Donald Audette. 4-1 Buffalo. Tripping against Kevin Todd, so Tampa Bay quickly goes on the power play after a goal. Delay a game against Ken Hodge, so we go to even, 4-4. Reading that there has been very sadly a shooting at a grocery store in Boulder, Colorado. We wish the best for everybody who has been affected in that. Goaltender interference against Eric Holmberg, Tampa Bay now, with another power play chance. Just reading that on my phone. Under 5. Shots are 22-15 Buffalo. And let's see what the Lightning can do. Trailing 4-1. Somebody's going to get a goal here very shortly. It's the Lightning, and it is Joe Rickey. Creighton and Hammerlick. On the assist, it's 4-2. Lightning get another goal here in the next couple of minutes. You might have an entertaining finish. In fact, look at this. We're going to have a 4-3 game? Yes, we are. Anderson, assisted by Johnson and Bradley. Now, with 2:12 left, Tampa Bay will likely pull the goalie, and let's see if they can tie this game in the last couple of minutes. Unsportsmanlike conduct against Anderchuk, so Tampa Bay is going to have a 6-on-4 if they pull the goalie, which I can't see the way they show this to you. And that's it, 4-3. A good effort for Tampa Bay coming back. And they did pull the goalie. They did put all hands on deck. And the shot's even at 23. But it is Buffalo a game better, with Howard Chuck getting one assist and Hammerlick getting an assist. Brad May, Roman Hammerlick, and Donald Audette were the stars of the game. A 4-3 Buffalo win. I'm kind of curious about Buffalo here after seeing that. So this might be a good time as the game updates. Lemieux way ahead on points, 50. Board confidence, well, last month I was 4-8-1. Make necessary changes to get back. Benoit Hogue with a 3-goal, 1-assist game. New York over Boston 7-3. Cam Neely of Boston has a goal streak of 5 games. And new players coming in, coming out. So, what I'm going to try to do is I am going to try to trade for that player from Buffalo I was just referring to, who plays on the left wing. See if I can get him. Since this player, whose name I have already forgotten, Dave Anderchuk. That's who I'm thinking of. And I am going to put up a Lightning player. Anderchuk is, let's see here, what is his star rating? Well, you can't really see it from there. And that's not the face. The face gen is totally off. It's out to lunch and probably staying for dessert. I'm gonna give Veritsky. And I will throw in a 7th round. Let's see what I have here. I'm going to throw in a 7th round draft choice. And while the teams look over that draft, we'll play Los Angeles. The AI set the line. Continue. And it's going to be Tugnut in goal. Tugnut's been doing better than John Casey has been doing. And Gretzky, the great one. 20 goals, 24 assists heading into this game. And let's play it. Tugnut said to be cold in goal, and Edward Hartman is the other goalie. So let's drop the puck and let's go. Now, I don't know how to get Dave Andrechuk, but we'll give it a try since he eventually played with the Tampa Bay Lightning anyway. I guess we'll just try to pick him up a few years early. You're going to make Trader Pauly out of me yet. We are 16 minutes into this video, so we'll probably have time to play about 4 more games, including this one. Tampa Bay with the first 3 shots. Sorry, folks. Didn't mean to do that. And usually when I do it, I mute my microphone, but I was not so fortunate today. 7 minutes gone by now, first period. Tampa Bay still with all the shots. This is looking like a very sad story out of Boulder, Colorado, as I record this at 5:53 on May 22nd. Kenny Johnson, hundreds of first responders on scene. Active shooter, Boulder, Colorado. So this looks like a very bad scene out there, and it's one of these things I see in society that I wish I would stop, and it doesn't matter who the president is, you know. What good is it to do all of this? And Yari Curry puts the Kings on top. Anderson out. Lacerated hand. 1-0 Kings. Shots are now 6-4 in favor of Tampa Bay. When you're doing our vlog like this, you gotta find things to talk about, and this is what's going on right now in the world. Very sad. Well, anyway. Fighting McIntyre and Hartman on the card. So they will cool off for 5 minutes each, and that does not affect the manpower on the ice. Shots are now 7-6 Tampa Bay. 4 minutes to go. Creighton ties it up 1-1. Anderson and Bergquist on the assist. So Tampa Bay holding their own with the LA Kings, who are not a bad club by any stretch of the imagination. In real life, they were in the Stanley Cup in 92-93. McSorley tripping. So Tampa Bay on the power play, even though their power play is not that good. LA's penalty killing is 80%. And we're dead even, 1-1 going to the second period. The shot total, 11 for Tampa Bay, 6 for Los Angeles. That's how that ended with the first period. And Tampa Bay and Los Angeles each already getting shots in the second. Also in the real world, Tampa Bay Lightning contending in the Central Division. I guess you could call it the United States Central Division, with all the Canadian teams playing each other. Fighting McSorley and Hartman. Hartman's been a busy dude on the fight cards, and of course McSorley is no slouch when it comes to the fisticuffs. And Tampa Bay gives up a goal. It's McIntyre, assist by Baca, and it is 2-1. Remember Jorge Vaca, who was a boxing champion. Right away we had a penalty. Johnson put 2 minutes for hooking, so maybe Los Angeles consolidates their lead in the next 2 minutes. Shots are now 18-11 Tampa Bay. Sorry again, folks. Robert Lang hooking. And that is LA shorthanded now. Lang for the Kings. Hammerlick having a good game for Tampa Bay, I'm seeing here on the game ratings. Bradley not playing all that bad. Bradley's a 71, Hammerlick's a 70. And can the Lightning equalize? They can. Hartman had nothing to do with that. Bergquist's got the goal. Bradley and Zomner assisted, and it is 2-2. Charlie Huddy, 2 minutes for hooking. Tampa Bay again on the power play. And they have played quite well out here on the West Coast, the Great Western Forum. I believe the Staples Center was still several years away from being built in December of '93. Shots are now 27-17 in favor of Tampa Bay, so they've gotten off a few in this second period. It was 11-6 at the end of the first period, if I recall correctly. So they picked up 16 shots to LA's 12. It's 27-18 total. It's 2-2. It's the third period. Adam Creighton, a penalty for roughing. So LA with the power play. And their power play is pretty good, 25%. It's the clip that I saw during this game. I don't know if that's been updated during it. Marty McSorley, 2 minutes for holding. Now Tampa Bay will get a power play, a delayed one, for a minute 39. It'd be very impressive if Tampa Bay could get a win here in Los Angeles. Then they go, I think we're going to have a game in this stream with them playing San Jose. San Jose not a good team either. But they're an expansion team. They're a third-year expansion team. Who will get that go-ahead goal? And it's the Lightning. Rukti, assisted by Bureau. And it's 3-2 in favor of Tampa. And the Kings quickly answer. Tony Granato, assisted by Gretzky and Sandstrom, and it's 3-3. 5.5 minutes into a wild third period. Shots are 32-23. Ron Wilson, interference penalty, so Tampa Bay back on the power play. I do remember staying up one night. I would listen to the Lightning games on the radio on a sports station that's no longer around called Sports Radio 910, WFNS out of Plant City. And I remember the Lightning winning on the road. I think they won it on a penalty shot against LA one night in like either 92 or 93. I want to say 93. Not often you see a team win in the late stages of a game with a penalty shot. Look at how Tampa Bay is shooting against the Kings. It's 40 shots to 23. And we're 3-3. Could be hitting for a 5-minute overtime. Yeah, the first couple of years they were carried by 9:10 a.m. down here in Tampa at WFNS. And their signal was not all that great. And it was a station out of Plant City, but they would eventually get picked up by, well, first they were 1250 and then they moved to 620 on the dial, clear channel stations. And we go to the overtime with a 41-26 Lightning advantage in shots. We're going to play 5 more minutes, see if anybody can win it. If the game goes through the overtime without a winner, then it'll be a tie and Tampa Bay will pick up 1 point, which is better than no points. Under 3 minutes left in the OT. Hartman with the better goalie rating, but looks like all he's going to get out of it is a tie. We're under the last minute now. 30 seconds. And kiss your sister, this game is a tie. 3-3. Tugnut. We have 26 saves, and Hartman made 39. Gretzky, Bergquist, and Baca were the players of the game, or the stars of the game in that order. With Gretzky getting the 1 star, Bergquist the 2, and Baca the 3. So from the Forum in Englewood, actually we're going to go across town and play the Mighty Ducks of Anaheim. The only news, Cam Neely extending his goalie streak to 6 games. So it's Mighty Duck time on this December 5th, 1993 in terms of where we are on the calendar in the game. John Casey against Arturs Urbe, Brian Bradley, and Dmitry Kartolnov, I'm going to guess. And off we go, game number 3. The Lightning and the Mighty Ducks. So we're averaging about 14 minutes a game. Should do 3 games more. And like the song Hotel California for the Lightning playing another of their fellow expansion teams, a team that came into the league 1 year after the Lightning did, this could be heaven or this could be hell. Thank you, Don Henley. It's heaven if you win, it's hell if you lose. So it's been a quiet game so far, 3 shots to 2 in favor of Tampa Bay. More news bulletins coming out of Boulder, Colorado, and from what I am seeing on the news, I would just rather not repeat them. Joe Kocur, 2 minutes for tripping. Tampa Bay goes on the power play for the first penalty of this game. Piling up the shots, but not the goals until now. Bergquist assisted by Chambers and Bradley. And it is 1-0 Tampa Bay. Under 10 minutes left. Look at that shot total, 14-2 in favor of Tampa Bay right now. Turning on my cable TV. I'll turn it down real quick if you hear anything. Scoring chance. And it's Bureau, 2-0 in favor of the Lightning. 141 left. Look at that shot total, 20-3 now in favor of Tampa Bay. Did we resume? No, we did not. Multitasking here, folks. And that's the end of the first period. Sorry if I caught that late. 2-0 Tampa Bay. Shots are 21-3. (22-3). We're just moving right along here in the second period of this game with the Anaheim Ducks. We have not. I don't think we've had a stoppage for a penalty or a goal in quite a while. Still 2-0. Look at that shot total, 23-3. It's getting more and more impressive as this game wears on. (23-5) now, midway through the second period, and this has been all Tampa Bay, very surprisingly. And I'm going to turn the set off here because there's nothing going on. Well, the basketball games are going on, but that's about it. Under 6, still 2-0 Tampa Bay. Under 4. And Andre Lomekin injured with tightness, hamstring tightness. And Tampa Bay had a power play there. I did not see who committed the penalty. And it might not matter because the power play is about to end. Last 90 seconds of period number 2, 27-6, as you could see there in the upper center, the shot total, now 27-7. And that's it for 2 periods. We'll go to the third. Bradley playing a sensational game. His game rating is 86. Hammerlick at 72. Actually, Bradley now up to 87. My goodness, he's playing a lights-out game. And the Ducks get on the board with their 9th shot. They cut it to 2-1. Vartalnov, assisted by Koser and Mika Niemanen, and it is 2-1. Here come the Lightning right back, and they get a goal. Veritsky, assisted by Johnson, 3-1. So they get that insurance goal back. Sorry again, folks. Bergquist, 2 minutes for roughing, so they get a goal and they commit a penalty. It's like a hockey commune. You score a goal, you give up a penalty. Koser, 2 minutes for tripping. So the Lightning will have a power play of about 52 seconds, if my math is right. $11 to go. Tampa Bay looking like they'll come out of this with a win. Although we still got a long way to go yet, so don't count my chickens before they hatch here. Under 10 minutes left. Under 7.5. Shots are now 31-12. And Bradley is just playing lights out. So is Hammerlick. Hammerlick's game rating is 70. Veritsky is at 70. Igor Veritsky. So we are going to come out of the little trip to LA with a tie and a win. It's looking like. But again, I could be speaking too soon. Under 3 minutes to go. Under 2. Last minute. Shots are now 37-12. And we got hooking against Adam Creighton, so this would be a good time for the Ducks to try to pull their goalie, which doesn't result. Well, hang on. Let's see what happens. Empty net goal for Doug Crossman, assisted by Hammerlick, 4-1, and now we can end the game. Shots were 38-13 in favor of Tampa Bay, probably the most dominating they have ever been. Light work for John Casey, only 12 saves he had to make out of 13 shots. Hammerlick, Bureau, Crossman were the stars of the game. Chambers has reached the 100-point mark. Sean Chambers. Sandlak of Anaheim had a bad game. So 3-1 in favor, 4-1, I beg your pardon, in favor of Tampa Bay in that one. And only one piece of news. Doug Bodger extends his point streak to 12 games, as Buffalo lost to Boston 3-2. So now, do you know the way to San Jose? And we'll get this game started. It's Casey in goal again. Well, why not? He didn't really have to work all that hard against Anaheim, against Jeff Hackett. And Ray Whitney is the star player on the Sharks, but he's only had 4 goals and 8 assists, 12 points in 24 games. So, we'll start this one. San Jose against Tampa Bay. And we start off quietly. Still have a trade that is pending between us and Buffalo for Dave Anderchuk. Midway through the first, it's 5-2 on shots in favor of San Jose. About 6 minutes to go. Very quiet game so far. It's like this game's been played in a library. It's like, shh, nobody score, nobody do anything. We're just gonna play 60 minutes and 5 minutes of overtime, and there'll be no score. And I believe this is the Lightning that have it now. Scoring chance. We'll see somebody score here in a moment. And it's going to be the Sharks. Berezan or Resnan, assisted by Wilson and Garpenloff. And we are at 1-0 Sharks. Only 11 shots so far in the game. And that's it for the first period. 1-0, San Jose leading. We go to period number 2. Sporting events online you could take a nap by. Okay, for 4.5 minutes gone by, it's 1-0 in favor of. I'm getting a little sleepy myself. Lightning with it. They're looking to tie it. San Jose looking to go up 2, and they do. Ray Whitney, assisted by Sullivan and Ozolinsky, and it is 2-0 Sharks. So maybe Tampa Bay came in a little cocky for this game. Penalty against Torgayev. And that'll give Tampa Bay the power play. A little elbow that was caught by the men in stripes. And another penalty. Sorry for picking it up so late. Sullivan, 2 minutes for hooking. So Tampa Bay now 5-on-3. Got to take advantage of this chance if you can get it. And one man back on the ice to make it 5-on-4. Yeah, you got to score on the 5-on-3, and the Tampa Bay Lightning did not do it that time. Midway through the game, 2-0 San Jose. They just dodged the bullet there. As much as I hate using that term with the 5-on-3 disadvantage, and they got off scot-free. The Lightning not getting a goal at all there. That could be a turning point, so if you haven't already, mark that in yellow highlighter. If you have yellow highlighter, if not, just make a mental note of it. We're now down to under 5 in the second period of this 4th game we have played for you in this episode. So our next episode will be January of 1994. If you were born in January 1994, you'd be 27 years old by now. Under a minute. Tampa Bay leading in shots, but not in goals. 2-0. As we go to period number 3. Penalty, no, not penalty, but a major injury. Ojalish, mild abdominal strain. And I can tell you, those are painful. Shots are 22-15 Tampa Bay. Can they put some goals together here in this third? And the answer appears to be no. Karpenloff, assisted by Falloon and Whitney. 3-0 San Jose. The third-year expansion team beating the second-year expansion team like a drum. Eight minutes gone by. Will San Jose make it 4 here? They do. One-way traffic in this game. Whitney picks up a goal, assisted by Sullivan. They have been outshot 25-18, but they lead 4-0. About 6 minutes to go, so I guess you could kiss the win goodbye for Tampa Bay, who came in. Actually, they were on a bit of a streak. They had a tie and they had a win, but not to be in this game, even though they have a shot lead right now, 29-22. Holding against Chambers. San Jose goes on another power play, so maybe they pick up another goal before this night's over with. Be a nice win for the fans in the Bay Area of San Francisco, San Jose. Under a minute. I think you could turn out the lights. This party is over. San Jose wins 4-0. Jeff Hackett in goal was perfect, 29 saves. Whitney, 2 goals and assists. Sullivan, 2 assists. Hodge and Crom had bad games for Tampa Bay. So we will go now to our next game, our 5th game. We now have 18 points. And we have some news. Hull extends his goal streak to 5 as the Blues beat the Blackhawks 5-4. Anderson ready to return for Tampa Bay. Mike McPhee of Dallas suspended. Jaromir Jagr had a great game. 3 goals, no assists, an 8-4 win for the Penguins against Dallas. Wayne Gretzky, his point streak now 12, or was a couple of days ago. Bodger extended his point streak to 13. Doug Bodger of Buffalo, who we just saw not too long ago. Howard Chuck of Buffalo had a great game. 3 goals, no assists. 5-3 Buffalo over Ottawa. Glenn Anderson's suspension ended for Toronto. Mikael Anderson ready to go, but I think we've already seen him. Ulf Dahlin of Ottawa. Actually, he plays for Dallas, and they beat Ottawa 4-2, and he picked up an assist to move his game streak to 8. Greg Janney extending his assist streak to 8. He plays for St. Louis, and they lost to Detroit 6-2. Bergevin ready for full contact. Doug Bodger extending his point streak again to 14 when Buffalo played Calgary and beat them 5-2. So we go to Pittsburgh next. This should be our last game of this video. And you know who the best player is on Pittsburgh. It's Super Mario Lemieux, number 66. 31 goals, 23 assists, 54 points in 28 games. Tony Barrasso in goal. John Casey in the opposite goal. Brian Bradley, 8 goals and 9 assists. So we'll play this one. This will probably be the last one we do. Then off to next week in January of 1994. And if I am not mistaken, that was the year they moved the Olympics, the Winter Olympics, to the in-between period of the Summer Games. And trying to think, 94, was that the year they had it in Lillehammer, Norway? Yeah. I'll ask Siri. Hang on, folks. You're going to hear my Siri go off. Where was the 1994 Winter Olympics held?
1994 Winter Olympics was in Vikingskipet. Lesgårdsbyggen, Edvik Olympic Kavanagh, Vikfjord, Lillehammer Olympic Bobsleigh and Luge Track, CC Amphi, and Camford Freestyle Arena.
Thank you. Yeah, it wasn't Lillehammer. Bobby interference, and now Tampa Bay goes on the power play. I hope I didn't keep you in the lurch as you heard that answer. So yeah, Lillehammer. Good memory on me. I think that was the year of the Tanya Harding, Nancy Kerrigan kerfuffle, where Tanya Harding hired somebody to whack Nancy Kerrigan in the knee to get on the Olympic team. Ramage, assisted by Zaminer and Ricky. I shouldn't laugh because that was a very serious thing at the time. Slashing Rick Tocchet. So it's always funny to me how penalties always seem to occur after goals. So Tampa Bay on the power play, they already got a 1-goal lead. They're up 9-1. And make that 1 goal each as Alexeyev gets an assist from Yager and Samuelson. Jaromir Yager was playing up in the NHL up until very recently. It's one of those guys like George Landa or Tom Brady or Nolan Ryan thought he could go forever. Shots are now 14-3, so Tampa Bay dominating the Pittsburgh club that usually is the team that dominates. Goal each. 3 minutes to go. Shots are now 15-6. Okay, so the 94 Olympics were in Lillehammer. I think the 92 Olympics were in France. City in France. I can't think of it right now. I just had it on my head. Well, you know what we can do? Where were the 1992 Winter Olympics held? What city?
I found this on the web.
Albertville. Yes. Albertville. I knew it was a Ville. I was thinking it was Maryville. Anyway, the Lightning score again. DeMaio assisted by Hammerlick and Zaminer, and it's 2-1 in favor of Tampa Bay again. Can Pittsburgh come right back? No, it's the Lightning getting another goal. It's Anderson assisted by Crossman and Bergquist. 3-1 now, Tampa Bay. And these are no Glass Joes they're beating. This is a good team in Pittsburgh. But when you play so many games, anything can happen. Shots are 21-6. It looks like a game between the Buccaneers and the Steelers. And just a reminder, HDFL Season 2 begins September 6th, my 50th birthday. Actually, I'll probably tape the game in advance. Well, anyway. So Pittsburgh trying to cut it close. But if the Lightning score another goal here, and they do, DeMaio assisted by Bradley and Zaminer, 4-1 now. Tampa Bay in command. And hopefully, unlike General Patton, they won't be relieved of it. They're going to make it 5-1 here? This is a good showing here for Tampa Bay, obviously. But the Lightning, Pittsburgh picks it up. And you've got to think that they're going to. No! Tampa Bay gets another goal. It's 5-1. Zomner assisted by Bradley in the mile. I was just about to say, you'd think the Penguins would get into this game. And the goalie's been pulled. It's now Zhugaslayev in goal, boarding against Bureau. So Pittsburgh now with a power play. Shots are 29-12. Yeah, they pulled their goalie Barrasso. This is the kind of team that if you're down 4, it's not a problem for them. It's like Brady in the Super Bowl a few years ago against Atlanta when he was playing with New England. And there's the first goal. Stevens assisted by Staviana, and it is 5-2. You do not want to sell this Pittsburgh team short. Whatever you do. And now, Lightning could only be up 2 here by the time this is over. That's exactly what happens. Fogarty assisted by Alexeyev and Yager. 5-3. Come on, guys. We warned you Pittsburgh could get right back in this. Shots are now 32-20. We've had a lot of shooting here. And now Pittsburgh with another scoring chance. 5-4. Lemieux assisted by Stevens and Yager. Did we not tell you this was coming? And it's now 5-4. So the next goal will be key. We already had 56 shots in this game, 34-22 in favor of Tampa Bay. And we'll go to the third period. Actually, not quite just yet. We had a brawl between Mike Hartman and Rick Tocchet. So receipts getting paid out here as we go to the third. A wild game, 5-4 in favor of Tampa Bay. They lead in shots 34-23 as we've already started the third period. Tripping against Samuelson, Tampa Bay on the power play. So we're going to end this episode with a bang. Interference against Uritsky. And one of the power plays Tampa Bay has is extended. Zomner, you gotta be disciplined, and Tampa Bay was not. So we got more penalties in the penalty. We got a very populated penalty box at the moment. Tampa Bay is shorthanded 2 players. Now they're shorthanded 1. Guess that was a double minor. And it is 40-27 in shots in favor of Tampa Bay. 5.5 gone by. In the third, holding against Adam Creighton. They're spending too much time in the penalty box. About a lethal team that Pittsburgh is. Cross-checking against Anderson. My goodness. The NHL should charge the Lightning rent for all the time they're spending in the penalty box. And look at this. It's dead even. 5-5. Stevens assisted by Lemieux and Yager. What a comeback here by Pittsburgh. And I had that feeling. I just had that feeling that they were going to come back and make a game of it. And now all debts have been paid to society. And we're back to even strength. And after all of this, can Tampa Bay retake the lead? How about yes? Anderson, assisted by Creighton and Bergquist. More scoring going on here than in a Nevada brothel. It's 6-5. Midway through the third, shots are off the charts. 46 for Tampa Bay and 31 for Pittsburgh. Troy Loney roughing 2 minutes, so Tampa Bay gets a power play. This is kind of hockey's version of the Ron Lyle and George Foreman fight, tripping against Lemieux, of all people. So it's 5-on-3 for Tampa Bay. Too much action to report. You know, sometimes you go through these games and they're very quiet affairs, but not this one. And Tampa Bay lets them off the hook. They're up to 50 shots in this game, though. Bradley has 9 of the shots. He has a rating of 85. Under the 5-minute mark now. Anderson at 70. Hammerlick at 73. Those are game ratings. Hammerlick at 73. Well, I just mentioned that. A lot of players playing above themselves tonight for Tampa Bay. They go to the last 2 minutes. It's 6-1. 53 shots. This is incredible. Zamner has taken 12 of the shots. And there it is. The Lightning are going to win on an empty netter. Hodge and Ramage. It's going to be 7-5. And how about that? The Lightning did not play all that poorly. They went 2-2-1 in the first 5 games of December that we have done for you in this episode. 54 shots to 33. Wow. That was kind of wild. And the 3 stars of the game, Zamner, a goal and 3 assists. Yager, no goals, 4 assists. DeMaio, 2 goals and 1 assist. So we had some outstanding performances in this game. And the shots were 54-35. Tampa Bay with 34 hits against Pittsburgh's 10. So we will go to the break. Show you what happened. Bodger now has a 15-game streak. Gretzky's point streak is now 13. Bodger's is 15. Janney, his assist streak now 9. Frady missing 4 months with a torn back muscle. Ulf Deline, 9-game assist streak. Brett Hull had a hot game, 3 goals, no assists. A 6-1 win over Anaheim, but Anaheim's not all that much. Greg Janney, now up to 10 games assist streak. Mark Bergevin recovering. Dodd Bodger up to 15 games. Wayne Gretzky, a 14-game streak. Sundin had a memorable game in a 5-4 win, Quebec over Washington. He had a game with 4 assists. And as you saw, Yager just had a game with 4 assists. So that's going to be it for this episode. We'll show you the standings before we go. And when we come back in the next episode, we'll be in 1994. We're 9-17-2. But we're only ahead of 2 teams, Anaheim and Ottawa. So this has been the December 1993 episode of Birth of the Bolts, Part 11. Hope you all enjoyed it this last hour and 3 minutes. Godspeed and God bless to all the people we're hearing about right now in Boulder, Colorado. We'll do it all again soon, and bye-bye for now, everybody.